Okay, so we're starting this program. We have gone to Coding Bat. We ran a bunch of stuff, and now we have this main section, which has some variables described as you see on the screen in front of you. And then we have this dialog box, which is a option dialog that's going to give this menu of items to the user. And so you see that on your screen, and I'll let you look through that on your own. You can pause it if you want and look at it. But it's got all 8 parameters. And then we say if input is 0, that means they clicked on the sleep in button. And that's where we're going to set our W variable, which is a string variable called W, equal to whatever they enter for the question, is it a weekday? They're going to enter yes or no. V is it vacation? Are you on vacation? Yes or no? They're going to say yes or no. And then we're going to call on sleepIn with 2 Booleans. So the first Boolean is if the information they entered, so W, is yes. They typed in YES, that'll send a true. If they typed in YES for if they're on vacation, that'll send a true. So if they typed in yes for both, it'll send true and true. If they type in a no for a weekday, it'll send false and true. So depending on what they type in, it's going to send a Boolean. But now we have to write that sleep-in function. So I'm scrolling up to the top. First thing I'm going to mention, and I'm going to let you pause here if you need to, is I did add this get value function that we wrote in semester 1. But I'm scrolling down to sleep in. Here it is, sleep in. Notice how I put all these comments here? That's really important, and other programmers really appreciate that. Public static, always how we start. Boolean is the name of the return type, and I know I have to return true if we can sleep in and false if we can't. But it's going to take the weekday, which will be a Boolean, true or false, and the vacation, Boolean, true or false. And if it's not, so exclamation point means not a weekday, or those double lines mean or, we are on vacation, I want to return true. Otherwise, I'll return false. And there's really no need to put else. You could, it doesn't hurt if you do, but there's no need to because return returns to where the call was made, which of course is down in main. So now that I finished writing that, this line doesn't really mean anything. It's going to return a true or false, but it's not being used. So instead of doing that semicolon, I'm going to say, okay, if sleep in, W equals yes, V equals yes, if all of that stuff, if that call returns a true, bracket, bracket, if it returns a true, then I'll tell them, hey, you can go sleep in. So I'll do a little J option pane, show message dialog, dialog, and I'll say, you can sleep in. Yay. And then just because I'm testing this, I can say else and give them a J option pane, show message dialog with a different message in it that they can't sleep in. Get up. You can't sleep in. Now when I run it, oh, I better remember my semicolon. I'm going to open this up a little bit. Now when I run this program, hopefully there aren't any errors, but if they are, my compiler will tell me. I see, oh, there's my message. Select an option. The only one I have that's working is sleep in. Asks if it's a weekday, I'll say yes. Asks if I'm on vacation, I'll say yes. So yes, yes should return true. So it says you can sleep in. Yay. So that's how you write the sleep in. Watch the next video if you want to see how to do the